everyone, my name is Dawn, and today I'm going to help you learn how to speak really fast like a native English speaker. If this is the kind of content that you like to learn, and if you are learning English right now, go ahead and like and subscribe to this channel so that you can see more future videos. All right, so let's go over the first thing that native English speakers do all the time, and that is reducing words. So they're making long words into the shortest form. And this is very common. I actually just made a whole video about this that I will link over here. As you start to practice speaking like a native English speaker, it's really important to listen to that flow. And with that flow comes all of those really short words. So for example, I'm going to go to the store. I'm gonna go to the store. Oh, I don't know. Native English speakers don't say, I don't know. They say, I don't know. Or even another way to shorten, I'm going to go somewhere. You could also say, I'm gonna go somewhere. I'm gonna go do laundry. I'm gonna go to the store. So you have the idea. So native English speakers always reduce all of their words. And again, listen to that flow, listen to how they use it, and then you can start to mimic that and copy that. All right, the second thing you want to do if you are really trying to speak like a native English speaker is to really decide what accent you want to have, because a British speaker speaks totally different from an American speaker. And so decide, what accent do you want to adapt to? Because that is the accent you need to learn from. And so for example, Australians have ways to speak that are very different from me as a Canadian. And even sometimes I need to listen to it once or twice to fully understand what they are saying. So pick the accent that you like and then really focus on it. I had something similar to happen to me when I was learning French. I am from Canada, but I am not from French Canada. I learned Paris French. So when I was in school, I was really focused on only learning Paris French. And then when I went to Quebec, which is a French province in Canada, I had no idea what they were saying. And so that's the same thing in English, is that you're really going to have to pick one accent and stick to it. And when I mean stick to it, I really mean be consistent. Also think about how British English and American English have different spelling. So for example, color, C-O-L-O-R, in American English, we actually add a U in British English. So then it becomes C-O-L-O-U-R. So again, that's why it's very important to choose one accent and be very consistent with it. So a third thing you can do to really start developing your native English speaking ways is to create a roadmap. And what I mean by a roadmap is think about a little mountain. Think about how you need to get from here to the top. So what are the things you need to do along the way? Well, just for you guys, I've created an entire document for you. And so go ahead and click this link up here where you can actually go through it. I've laid out everything you need to do from here to the top, every single step along the way to help you become a native English speaker. So definitely check that out. It's a free download, so go ahead and click that link. All right, so let's talk about filler words. So this is going to be the next thing that you really need to focus on if you are trying to understand or speak like a native English speaker. So filler words are always used. And what are filler words? Filler words are kind of things that people say, but they don't have to say it. So for example, when they say like, oh, well, I mean, like those kinds of things, like just ignore them. So that's what you need to do, is just when you're listening to somebody, focus on the keywords that they're trying to say and don't focus on the what I'm trying to say is da 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 da. So people are always going to say that all the time. So an example of something that has lots of filler words would be, you seriously need to just try this program. So did you hear that? You seriously just need to try this program. In that sentence alone, there's already a few fillers that you don't need to focus on. If I were to say the sentence without any filler words, then you could just hear, you need to try this program. There we go. It's a very direct sentence. So we are literally removing all of the extra words, and then you have your basic word. So again, as you're trying to be more like a native English speaker, but especially trying to understand them, just realize that native English speakers always use so many filler words. So just find the key words and you will be fine. All right, another thing that we do all the time, and this is to create contractions. And so kind of like our first point where we talked about reducing words, it's kind of the same thing, but it's actually like a formal thing that we do in writing too. So like I am becomes I'm. However, we also do this with names, which is not correct when we're writing. So for example, if I say she will go to the store, then I would say she'll go to the store. However, sometimes I also say it with people's names, and that is not correct in English when you're writing, but I would say that. So for example, my friend Amber, if I say Amber will go to the store, then I would say Amber will go to the store. Amber will go to the store. So did you hear that? Amber will go to the store. So I'm usually taking what I would normally say for she'll, but I'm adding it to a name. So one thing that you really need to focus on, and this is for number 6, is to really focus on stress and intonation in English. Because English speakers, just like a lot of other languages, we do a lot of focus on how we are expressing things. Like how I just said, how. I put a lot of stress on it. Why? Because I'm trying to emphasize something to my audience. So pay attention to that as you're speaking and as you're watching and observing other native speakers, because you're going to realize, oh, they really stress what they want you to hear. And so play around with that as you're speaking English. Don't sound so like monotone. Don't practice just da da da. Today I went to the store. You can say, today I went to the store. So definitely play around with how you're saying things. Language is seriously just music. So you really need to just play around with it. And the last thing we're going to focus on for number 7 is you really practicing idioms and phrasal verbs, because idioms and phrasal verbs are so extremely common for native English speakers to the point that we don't even realize that we are even saying them. And so definitely do not shy away from them. Do not make this mistake for not practicing them. Definitely get out of your comfort zone and start learning them. There are so many like resources out there where you can start practicing phrasal verbs over and over and over again, idioms, try putting them in your own sentences, and then you'll be good. And if you want to figure out some more idioms to practice, I have the video for that up here. All right, so that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you are learning English, or if you know somebody who is learning English, go ahead, share, like, subscribe, do all the YouTube things on this video, and I will see you next time.